We're talking about Sabonis, player of the week, averaging a triple-double. And, we heard some MVP chants when he goes to the free throw line now and then. And he was on NBA Today yesterday with De'Aaron Fox. And Malika Andrews asked, she kind of asked both of them. It's like, well, is like the MVP talk going to start ramping up for Sabonis? And Fox was like, you know what? Like the way, if we keep winning the way he's been playing, like, he should be in those talks. And I mean, Sabonis has just been he's been so critical to this team, right? He's going to help break a 16-year playoff drought with one of the best offenses in the NBA. Do you think Sabonis is worthy of being in MVP talks?
Absolutely, 100%. Being part of that conversation, he deserves to be there. I think we say some variation of it every week that it's like if you feel very fortunate watching him because it's very special. It's like, oh man, this guy really plays the game expertly. And what he's doing for this team, I mean, you just see it. He's everything to this team. And I don't want to say that I expected the Kings to be fourth in the Western Conference in mid-January. But like when the Kings got Sabonis and just seeing that preview of Sabonis in 15 games last season, and then seeing them like add other guys and get like a foundation in the coaching staff and whatnot, it just was like, holy hell, man. This seemed possible. That's for sure. I guess is what I'm trying to say. All of this seemed possible. And none of it happens without Sabonis. He plays the game so beautifully. He fills up the stat sheet. He's, one of my favorite players forever, especially when he first kind of rose to prominence, was Draymond Green because he did everything. It's like Domantas Sabonis is that times 10. Like Sabonis's offense is, it's so good. And like maybe he's not as good of a defender as Draymond Green, but Domas is such a good defender. He's a terrific defender. He's such a fundamentally sound and smart guy that puts himself in the right position, just defends and makes things as difficult as possible for defenders. And a lot of the times when he gets into foul trouble these days, I'm just like, whatever. Like he did a pretty good job defending there. Like credit to the other team for just going after him. He just he gets better at some of the things. And I guess like in all of that, I could go on in terms of his passing and his offensive ability and stuff like that. It's just like, of course he belongs in that. I mean, you're talking about the two guys that are essentially MVP finalists, Jokic and Embiid.
And Embiid. Oh yeah.
They are just such dynamic players, and it's like Sabonis is equally as dynamic and equally as impactful. But will he win the MVP? Absolutely not.
No.
No,
he's not even Jokic in the league. Still.
No.
Jeez.
No, like those guys, what they do. I mean, like it's if Sabonis was dropping 25 a game, and it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know. If he scored a little more, 18 a game, it's really good. But
you see him, he's like a running quarterback in a way because it's just like he just goes through his reads, and then it's like if there's nothing, and he's got a lane, something opens up in the pocket, he just takes it, and it's in a sense like where you have like maybe like a Lamar Jackson or something like that, where he's so quick he could pop off, or like a Jalen Hurts or something like that. He's kind of like that in the sense that he's just so skilled and he's so powerful down there that, oh my goodness, like each of those, he goes through his reads and then he can just create a read. Basically, it's incredible.
Exactly. He runs the offense in this team, and the Kings aren't in the 4th seed without him, and they don't have one of the best offenses in the NBA without him. He is the Kings' most valuable player by far. And, that alone, considering what the Kings are doing this year, puts him in the league-wide most valuable player award for sure. Like you said, will he win it? No. And it really will come down to scoring. He needs to, if he wants to be in that legit MVP talk, he's going to have to start scoring at least like 23 plus. But he's done a lot this year. He's leading the league in rebounds. He's leading the league in double doubles, right? He's almost putting up a triple double every night, right? So he does have those things to his name, but it's kind of surprising the Kings lead the league in scoring. He's their second best scorer, and he's only scoring 18 a game. You think he'd be up there a little higher, but nothing against him. And that's not his game. I get it. He is a pass first guy. And I'm not complaining about it. But you know how the league works. And until he really puts up eye-popping points per game numbers, it's going to be hard for him to be a really serious candidate in that MVP discussion. But he still deserves to be in it, and rightfully so.
I think he'd get a big boost if Mark Jones did say, "Somebody call Domas's wife. He's flirting with a triple-double again." I just want him to say that so bad. Oh, man. He'd win a lot of points if he said that. He'd win a lot of points with me. I'm like, all right.
We're going to manifest it. He's going to say it tonight.
If you're listening to this, just snip this and just try to send that to Mark Jones. We need no credit. He just needs to say that. It's for the betterment of humanity.
Yeah, we need this.
Yes.